Hey guys, welcome back. Lieutenant Steve Wondering here. Help! They violated my First Amendment free speech right. They violated my First Amendment free speech rights. This cannot stand. This will not happen in the United States of America. Okay, I have free speech, First Amendment rights. Guaranteed by the First Amendment, made applicable to the states via the 14th Amendment. This cannot be tolerated. I am filing a lawsuit. All right. Sorry, I got carried away there. But I just wanted to do this video. I came across and doing some research today. The jury instructions for federal court, if you're going to file a case saying my First Amendment rights are violated, let's just talk about the free speech. There's also assembly, the right to assemble, the right to petition the government, that kind of thing. But let's take a look at this here. I've got the jury instructions. So here's what you got to prove. If you're a plaintiff and you are deprived your First Amendment rights, there's other amendments too. Cruel and unusual punishment, Fourth Amendment, reasonable searches and seizures, Second Amendment, right to bear arms, whatnot. But we're going to focus on the First Amendment. This is my favorite, the free speech, why I like the free marketplace of ideas, and the government is not allowed to just shut you down because they don't like your viewpoint. For example, a police officer can't come up to you while everybody else is rallying, marching down the street, and come up to you and say, hey, I don't like what you're saying. Get out of here, pal. Get out of here. Can't do that. That would violate your constitutional rights. Now, let's take a look at the jury instructions. If you're going to bring a case like this, this is the Ninth Circuit. Everyone's going to have their own circuits. Ninth Circuit is going to cover California, Washington, Seattle, Montana, Idaho, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, California. Okay, so this is the Ninth Circuit jury instructions. Okay, so check yours in your jurisdiction. This is not legal advice or a substitute for legal advice. Okay, so let's just take a peek here. Particular rights, First Amendment, the citizen plaintiff, that's you and me, the guy or the gal marching on the street. Want to be heard, okay? As previously explained, the plaintiff has the burden of proof, okay? We've talked about this. Check out my burden of proof video so you understand what a burden of proof is and who has the burden of proof. That means you have to prove your case. If you don't, you lose. The plaintiff has a burden of proving that the acts of the defendant, put the defendant there, like I said, it needs to be some kind of governmental state actor, somebody that's working under the color of law, as we say, deprived the plaintiff of particular rights under the United States Constitution. In this case, the plaintiff alleges that the defendant deprived her of her rights under the First Amendment to the Constitution when insert the factual basis of the claim. I was at marching on Take Back the Streets march, and a cop came up to me, picked me out of the crowd, and told me to get out of there. He didn't like my point of view. Insert the facts. Under the First Amendment, a citizen has the right to a free expression, to petition the government for grievances, to access the courts, or some other applicable right. In order to prove the defendant deprived the plaintiff of this First Amendment right, the plaintiff must prove the following additional elements by a preponderance of the evidence. So you got three elements here. Plaintiff has to prove each prong, or you lose, okay? That the plaintiff was engaged in a constitutionally protected activity. As I said, marching down the street. Everyone else is marching. You were down there marching. It's a protected First Amendment activity. 2, that the defendant's actions against the plaintiff, the cop coming over, would chill, what we say is chilling free speech. We don't want to chill free speech where everyone's like, oh, I don't want to say anything. So we don't want to chill free speech, but would chill a person of ordinary firmness. Okay, this is what we kind of call the reasonable man or the reasonable person standard. The reasonable person in society, the kind of standard that we expect, would feel chilled. You have to prove that from continuing to engage in the protected activity. So you're going to have to be able to prove that one. 3, that the plaintiff's protected activity, the speech, let's say, was a substantial or motivating factor in the defendant's conduct. So it wasn't tied into something else. Oh, can you please scoot over? The street sweeper's coming. It has to be a substantial or motivating factor to interfering with protected activity, okay? And as it says right here, a substantial or motivating factor is a significant factor, though not necessarily the only factor, okay? And let's just finish it off right here. Under the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, a citizen has the right to be free from governmental action taken. Now, this isn't going to, a lot of people think, well, what about Twitter and Facebook? These are private companies, so they can they can ban you. People see that you've been banned or taken down, or some people say, I was put in Facebook jail for 3 days, So it's all kinds of stuff. They can do it. It's a private social media platform. They have their own rules and guidelines. If you don't follow those, see you later, pal. So here we have, under the First Amendment, a citizen has the right to be free from governmental action taken to retaliate against the citizen's exercise of First Amendment rights or to deter the citizen from exercising those rights in the future. Now, one place where you are seeing this on social media is the politician websites. You go to a member of Congress and you type stuff on their website. They should not be taking these things down. Why? They're paid. If these are on their paid, if these are their jobs, the people pay their salaries, they are government officials, okay? And they should not be deleting your comments. That's why you can go to like Trump Twitter page and you can see, all these negative comments. Positive comments, but also negative comments, okay? Any politician is traditionally going to have lots of negative and lots of positive. That's what we want, the free speech, the free marketplace of ideas, free and open debate. So some people are now filing lawsuits because they're being deprived from an official, a representative, a senator, a congressman. This could probably go as low as a mayor, a city council person, but people are filing suits saying they deleted my comment. What was so bad about my comment? Now, if it's Twitter deleting it, maybe that's something different for a policy, a community guideline problem. But if the politician is deleting it, or their staff saying, I don't like what they're saying, or they're calling me out, I don't like that. This right now, people are filing for violations of the First Amendment on that. Okay, so although officials may constitutionally impose time, place, and manner, this is what your bar exam people, reasonable time, place, and manner, TPM, reasonable TPM restrictions are upheld. Here, you have to come over here. You get a permit. Here's where you're going to walk. You can't climb to the top of the roof. Safety problems. Time, place, manner. Okay, and restrictions on political expression carried out on sidewalks and median strips. They may not discriminate in the regulation of expression on the basis of content of that expression. And so what we say, reasonable, content neutral, time, place, manner is okay. Okay? So this is why we say that the First Amendment's not absolute anytime, anywhere. You can't go yell fire in a crowded theater. People know that. So this is what we're talking about. State action designed to retaliate against and chill political expression strikes at the very heart of the First Amendment. So we want this robust political debate. That's why you see, I think for the most part, we do a pretty good job. I see people marching. They're out in the streets. The cops seem to be pretty cool about just letting people state their case. And there's usually, only some minor incidents here and there. So I think all things considered, our country, United States of America, I think we do a pretty good job at this. But if not, here's the cause of action. This is what it looks like. And if you need to seek out a free speech attorney, where are you going to go? AttorneySteve.com. AttorneySteve.com. So that's my tip for today. General legal advice. That's what a claim under the First Amendment looks like. And if you have more questions or need to retain counsel, find us on the web at AttorneySteve.com. Don't be afraid to subscribe to my channel. We're growing fast this year. We're going to have a lot of videos coming out this year. You're not going to want to miss the stuff that's coming out, okay? Have a great Saturday, and we'll talk again. Attorney Steve out. Bye now.